Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Whatever time y'all are tuning in, I certainly appreciate y'all are here. Today's video, guys, I'll start working on two different knives. Both are Remingtons, though. And I had a mishap on one. One turned out great. The other one has been put off for another date and time. So you'll see in the video. It happens. Repairs don't always go as planned, guys, and stuff just takes place. It really does. Anyway, it's my fault. Anyway, guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in today, and I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, guys, here are the knives I'm going to be working on today. This is a Remington R700. It's a lock blade. Look at the pin. We're going to try to replace that pin and blend it in with the bolsters. But it locks good. All we got to do is cut that pin and replace the pin. That should be an easy repair. Should be. Now this one here, we're going to have to cut two pins. The brass pin and this pin here. We're going to take the broken blade out here, but I think we got a replacement blade here. We're going to see if this will work. But this blade has been reprofiled as well. We're going to try to give it a little curve there. We're going to try to get that little hard bend out. But it has been reprofiled. But the main blade over here has been broke. And here it is right there. It's a Remington. A real one. That thing was made from 33 to 40. But this one here, I don't know when that one was made, but we're going to try to see if we can't replace the broken blade with this blade here. So it's going to be a good day in the knife shop, guys. I'm finna get started. Try to get that razor blade in there. That was easy, wasn't it? There we go. Got the blade out. Now we're going to see if we just can't push these pins out without having to cut that pin. I hope we can. Don't look like we're going to be able to. We could just get one out. That bolster's loose too, see? Had to put a little glue on that. Tell you what, if we can just pop that bolster off. Oh, we got that. It come out with the pin, see here? So we're good. I don't think we're gonna have to cut the blade now, or cut that pin right here. See if we can't go ahead and knock that one out. Hey, come on out of there, see there? That's a good deal right there. So, now we gotta do is re-glue that bolster on and put a pin in it. First we gotta get this pin out of there before we glue it on back on there. There we go. Nice. So what we're going to do now is clean this up. See, there's a little bit of glue right there. We're going to clean that up, clean this up over there on the fiber wheel real quick. So we got this cleaned up and this cleaned up. So what we got to do now is put some super glue down in there and make sure it's seated right. Here's some HFT super glue. I buy this at Harbor Freight. Like an instant bond, y'all. I love it. It's on there now, especially once we get the pin in there. It's gonna be on there forever. Alrighty. Okay, guys, I got me a pin here. It's a nickel silver pin. I buy my pins at the annual Bear & Son sale up in Jacksonville, Alabama. It's always the weekend before Thanksgiving. So it's the third weekend of this year. So I'll be up there for a few days. But there's that pin. But I always buy a bunch of these. I think they sell a long rod like this for like $1 a piece. So I stock up when I go up there. Anyway, we're fixing to put this blade in there. I'm mashing down on that lock. All right, there it is right there. So now what I'm gonna do is cut it short. Go over there and ping that. All right, we're gonna go sand that down now. Okay, guys, I got the razor blade in place. I got it between the brass liner and it's all the way down to that pin here. We got to cut this pin and this pin, and we're going to try to get the blades out. And we're going to try to. We're not going to cut this pin here. We're going to spin it around, but we're going to try to get rid of the. I know once we spin it around, the pins are going to show. We're going to try to get rid of that too. So we're fitting to cut this pin here. Alright. Alrighty. That blade come on out. Now see, we can simply just spin that around and try to get this blade out too. See, this is toward the back right here, that little hump. The thinner part's up toward the front where the main blade's at. On the opposite side of the main blade. We're going to sand that down. Sand it smooth, see that? See that? See, I cracked that right there, guys. Trying to get that out. Usually the brass pin will come on out of there, but it don't want to come on out of there. I swear it don't. There's no reason why either. And that's plastic and that's brass. Brass don't rust. This it got bent somehow. That's why repairs don't always go as you expect them to. The way it is. Usually the brass pin is the easiest one to get out. Come on out of it in. See, we got a break in the handle now. Hate that. Alright, got these sanded down. I'm going to try to punch these out. What I should have done is got everything off, sanded that thing down, and punched it out. But I thought it would come on out, but it didn't. Because the that right there is the easiest one to get out, usually. Alright. Okay guys, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut this pin here, because I'm going to change the handles out at a later date. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put it in the drawer over there, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this pin. I ain't going to be satisfied putting it together with that broken handle. We're going to try to put that shield in that wood too when I get ready to do it. So cut it all apart, guys. We're going to put it in a drawer because I'm not satisfied with that right there. We're going to go ahead and get these pins out though. Well guys, at least one of them turned out good. This one was an easy repair. But it locks good. It's a R700. And it's a Remington USA. How about that, ain't it? That's pretty cool, ain't it? Turned out good though. The bolsters, you can't even see the pins. I'm gonna clean it up some. I'm not done with it all the way, but I just want to let y'all know that it is done and repaired. Good little knife though. It's a good little EDC. Well guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the video today. Y'all let me know what y'all think. The R700 turned out really good. The Stockman, not so much. Those handles are really fragile, especially how old they are. But it's my fault. I should have played it safe. I should have sanded it down to the spring, then try to pry that spring up off the pin, sanded it down to the spacer, and then pry the spacer up and sanded it on down to the liner. So that's what I should have done. But I figured I could punch that brass pin on that because those are the easiest ones to get out. And sometimes you can just take a razor blade and pry it up and pull and get a pair of pliers and pull it on out. So I thought that would just come on out, but it didn't. And it cracked that already fragile handle. Yellow composition, I think it was, but it's my fault. It's my fault, and I take ownership for that. But that's one of the reasons, guys, I don't like to take on repairing other people's knives. I bet I get 100 or more emails or messages on Facebook about repairing their knives, and I just simply don't have time. If I try to take them on all on, I should say, it'd be more like a job. I'd be on a deadline all the time. It wouldn't be fun to me. Right now I can come out here, I can open a package when I want to. I can work on a knife when I want to. I can show knives when I want to. I can go on a knife hunt when I want to. But if I have all these knives to repair, I'll be stuck here every day repairing knives. And once you repair a knife, guys, it's about the same way every time, even though it's a different knife. You might have some different circumstances once in a while, but it's the same old thing, same old song. I try to bring different content to the channel to keep it fresh. So I hope y'all understand. That's why I don't repair knives all the time, because I have enough knives that I could probably repair every day for a year. I promise you. But like I said, I try to keep the channel fresh, and that's why another reason why I don't want to repair other people's knives, because I'll be doing it all the time. Because I promise you, I get 100 or more requests a month to repair somebody's knives. And then you not only got to worry about being on a time frame, you got to worry about breaking the bone, messing up the bolster, messing up the blade, messing up the spring. And then I got to try to explain this is what happened. You know what I mean? It'll be pressure to get it just right. Right now, it's carefree. I don't really care if it comes out. I do care, but it don't hurt me so bad if it was somebody else's knife. Like this knife here, I'm just going to put another wood handle on it and be done with it. But that could have been somebody's granddad's knife, and now it's got a broke handle. See what I mean? So that's one reason. Well, that's all the reasons why I don't like to repair other people's knives, guys. And hope y'all understand. But again, I'll be doing it all the time, and it'd be like a job. I already left the 9-to-5 job. I don't want to return to that and have to do something every day. So if you know what I mean, I like to keep different stuff going on, so it just keeps it fresh for me and it keeps it fresh for y'all. So I hope y'all understand. Anyway, guys, let me know what y'all think, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you that Skulls and Hides are having their Whatnot auction tonight. I hope to see y'all over there at 8 o'clock tonight over there on Whatnot, Eastern time. So I hope to see y'all there. They'll have a lot of sheath, and they'll have 4, I think, painted sheath. His wife had to go somewhere this past week, and she only had a week to prepare, so she got 4 done. So that's why they was going to try to run yesterday, but they had to extend it a day to give them more time to actually get everything done. So anyway, they'll be on there tonight, and I can't wait to see the sheath. You can check them out, though, on Skulls and Hides over there on Instagram. They actually show the sheaths that they're running tonight, the painted sheath. So hope to see y'all over there on Whatnot tonight at 8 o'clock. Anyway, guys, y'all let me know what y'all think of the knives I've prepared today. I got an A+ on one and a D on the other, I feel like. But anyway, it's my fault. It really is. Thank y'all, guys, so much for tuning in today. I want to say God bless to each and every one of y'all. Till we meet again, guys. Y'all be like a good knife. Stay sharp.